Welcome back, everyone, for another deep dive.
Yeah.
Today we're tackling,
Buckle up.
buckle up, because we're tackling a really complex situation,
Yeah,
a really intense one too,
definitely.
in the Middle East.
Right.
Specifically, we're focusing on Israel,
Mm-hmm.
and just to kind of set the stage for, think about this.
Yeah.
We have the Prime Minister who's recovering from surgery,
Right.
and at the same time, the entire nation
Oh, yeah.
is facing missile attacks and battles
Like on multiple fronts.
on multiple fronts. It's just incredible.
It's really something.
So we've got news reports coming in. We've got personal accounts that we're going to sort through,
Right.
all with the goal of giving you a clearer picture
Yeah.
of this unbelievably complex situation.
Right, absolutely.
And, it's more than just headlines.
Right.
This is a real situation
Real people.
with real lives caught in the crossfire.
Yeah, exactly.
So to start off, Prime Minister Netanyahu just had surgery for prostate issue.
Right.
But the good news is doctors confirmed it wasn't malignant.
That's good.
So that's a relief, at least.
Yeah, definitely.
But at the same time, the country's facing nightly missile attacks from the Houthis
Oh, yeah, the Houthis in Yemen.
in Yemen.
Mm-hmm.
And some people might be listening and say, wait, who are the Houthis?
Right. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
just to give you a little background, they are a rebel group
Mm-hmm.
that control a lot of Yemen.
Yeah, big chunk of Yemen.
And they are backed by Iran,
Yeah, that's the big issue here.
which just adds another layer of
Oh, yeah.
tension to this whole thing.
Big time.
And,
I mean, just think about,
to give you an idea of the scale of this,
yeah,
they've launched over 200 rockets and drones
at Israel
at Israel
in just the past year.
in just the past year.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
And it's not just the quantity, it's the
Right.
it's like they're getting better.
Right.
They're getting more accurate.
They're not just random attacks.
Exactly. You're getting more precise.
And just recently, to give you an example,
Mm-hmm.
a missile actually hit Tel Aviv Jaffa.
Wow.
I mean, that's a major city.
Yeah.
And it caused damage, and
Yeah.
people were injured.
That's scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one of the residents of the building that was hit, Aviram Gazit,
Mm-hmm.
said something like 40 seconds after the sirens,
Oh, wow.
we heard the bomb and all the glasses from the windows came on us.
Gosh, that's
Imagine that.
terrifying.
That just puts you right there
in the moment.
in that terrifying moment.
Yeah, you can just feel the fear.
And that's a constant fear
Yeah.
for people living in those areas.
Absolutely.
But Israel is not standing by idly.
No.
They're retaliating
Right.
with airstrikes in Yemen.
Right.
And one of their targets has been the Sana'a airport.
Yeah.
And on top of that, their leaders
Mhm.
are using some pretty strong language.
Oh, yeah. They're not holding back at
right.
all.
Defense Minister Israel Katz.
Mm-hmm.
He actually vowed.
What did he say?
He said he was going to hunt down all the Houthi leaders
Wow.
and that no one would be able to escape Israel's long arm.
Wow.
And then Netanyahu himself
Right.
said that they were determined
Uh-huh.
to root out this terrorist arm of Iran's axis of evil.
Wow. They're really drawing a line in the sand here.
Yeah.
It seems like.
What do you think?
Yeah. What's your take on the implications of this type of rhetoric?
Well, I mean, to me, it sounds like it could signal a shift
Yeah.
in Israel's strategy.
It seems like they're taking a much harder line.
Yeah, maybe a zero-tolerance policy.
Yeah. Zero tolerance.
And maybe a readiness to even take more preemptive action.
Oh, yeah. Definitely preemptive action.
But of course, that carries a risk, too,
Of course.
because it could escalate tensions
Right. It could escalate tensions with Iran
with Iran and its allies.
and its allies in the region.
So it's a delicate balance.
Very delicate.
And as if that wasn't enough,
Right.
Israel's also dealing with this really intense and complicated conflict in Gaza.
Oh.
And you've given me some sources
Yes.
that detail the IDF's recent operations there,
Right.
including that controversial raid on Kamal Adwan Hospital.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
Yeah, so tell me more about that. What happened there?
Well, the IDF is saying that they killed 19 terrorists
At the hospital.
at the hospital, and they captured 240 terror suspects,
Wow.
including the director of the hospital.
Wow. And so what was their justification for that?
Well, they also bombed another hospital in Gaza City,
Okay.
and they stated it was being used as a Hamas command center.
So it's a complicated situation.
Oh, it's incredibly complicated.
Fighting in hospitals, no matter the reason, raises a lot of ethical concerns.
Oh, absolutely.
But then there's also the argument
Mm.
that Hamas is using civilian infrastructure for military advantage.
Right. It's a tough one.
So what's your take on that? I mean,
Well, I mean, it's a classic moral dilemma.
yeah.
There's no easy answers. The use of civilian facilities like this for military purposes is a clear violation of international law.
Right.
But so is targeting hospitals.
Right.
It's a very difficult situation.
And on top of the fighting itself, we're now hearing these accounts.
Oh, yeah.
These horrifying accounts
Yeah.
of hostage abuse
Gaza.
in Gaza.
Yeah.
And the details are really disturbing.
They're incredibly disturbing.
Reports of physical and sexual abuse, psychological torture,
Yeah.
people being branded with hot irons,
I mean,
starved, denied medical treatment.
it's hard to even fathom.
It's hard to even grasp the level of cruelty.
Yeah.
And so Israel's health ministry, they're submitting a report to the UN
Okay.
outlining these abuses.
Yeah.
And tragically, we have a real example
Right.
of the lasting impact of this.
Of the trauma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hannah Katzir,
Oh, yeah.
this 78-year-old hostage.
Right.
She recently passed away from heart issues
Oh, God.
that were directly caused by the conditions she endured
Yeah.
as a
It was
hostage.
the trauma.
Yeah. And Deputy Foreign Minister Sharon Haskell said that when Hannah was released, she was malnourished and she needed immediate hospitalization.
It's just awful.
It's just heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And it just makes you think about the profound and long-lasting impact these events have
Right.
on individuals, families, entire communities.
Absolutely.
So here we are.
Right.
We have this multifaceted situation.
We do.
Netanyahu recovering from surgery, missile attacks from Yemen,
Right.
this complex and dangerous conflict in Gaza,
Absolutely.
and this horrifying reality of hostage abuse.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to see any easy solutions.
Yeah. It's definitely a tangle of challenges.
It really is.
It makes you wonder, what impact will all this have on the future of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict
And the region as a whole.
and the region as a whole?
I mean,
Stakes are so high.
they really are.
It's hard to.
It's a question we all need to be thinking about because it's a stark reminder, though, of the human cost of these conflicts
Yeah.
and the need,
The urgent need
the urgent need
for understanding.
for understanding and dialogue.
And hopefully peace.
Well, thank you for joining us on this deep dive.
Yeah. Thanks for listening, everybody.
And we encourage you to continue learning
Yeah.
and engaging in these conversations
Yeah.
about these crucial issues.
They're important.
So until next time,
See you then.
we'll see you later.
Bye.